First home, they always tell you, get into home inspection, be sure, be safe. So that's what we did.
Don't you think we need someone to say, hey, it's gonna be cold?
Holy cow, that freaked me out.
This is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. It should never be that easy.
As first-time home buyers, we didn't know. You put your trust in these people.
Nothing in the report that says you should address this.
I could have done a better job myself.
All right, let's take it down. I'm here for Nancy and Simon. They're newlyweds. This is their very first home. The inspection wasn't terrible. He did find some things, and the homeowners did the right thing. They started to work on and fix the things that were in the report. 2 thumbs up. However, things started to go wrong. Things just weren't quite right. Why am I here? I'm here to ask questions, get answers. I'm here to do a homes inspection, and I'm gonna make it right.
We looked at a lot of houses, and we basically spent Saturday and Sunday for 3 or 4 months looking at houses, viewing homes.
And this one here came up, and we did the open house.
As soon as I walked in the front door, I thought the layout was just perfect. The windows were open and all the light was coming in, and then I kept walking and I saw the large backyard and the deck that was out there, and I thought, okay, this is great.
And as long as she was happy, I was happy. First home, they always tell you, get into home inspection, be sure, be safe. So that's what we did. When the inspector came, we were both present. He did his thing, he walked around, and when the report was all wrapped up, he kind of walked me through the points that he had made in the inspection. So I thought everything was good to go.
Oh, a nice little dog. Hi, Killer. How you doing? Okay, you must be Simon.
Nice to meet you.
And you must be Nancy.
Hi, nice
I'm
to
Mike.
meet
Nice
you.
to meet you.
I think being the first home that you go and buy, it makes it a little difficult because you don't know exactly what to look for, right? But once you settle into the home, you start to realize, well, how come this is the way it is, and is this correct or is it not?
Right.
And then you actually start to realize, well, how come the inspector, when we bought this house, never made a point of putting that in front of us?
I think that he should have been able to find these problems that are now come up. He clearly missed them.
So this is the great deck that we have that we actually didn't set foot on until we were kind of settled in. And as you can see, if you were to have a glass on there, you'd end up rolling down with it.
Yeah.
Oh, there wasn't much about that in the report.
There was actually nothing in the report.
That's what I'm
about that.
talking about. The whole thing is dropped. I mean, look how drunk this thing is. It's right down. You can see it right on the rails compared to the fence, and the fence is running down.
Yeah.
But whoever built this, all they did was dug a hole, put a vertical 4x4 in the ground, no concrete, no nothing, and just over time it's gonna sink down because nothing's holding those posts. This is sunk so low that this 3rd step is in the ground. This used to be up high enough that there was a riser just like this here. That's how far it sunk down. They built on the back side of this, added another 2x2 with the clamp on the wall to help hold it. This at one time, here was the end that touched the brick. That's how far, just in this short span, okay, that's only 3 feet, that has moved out. That means it's moved out a lot to have a difference of about 2.5 inches. And the drop is at least 8 inches. Man, that is just a crappy deck, isn't it? Now it's a sound wall. I guess you know that, eh?
Yes, indeed.
That product is supposed to help with sound suppression.
And it actually does.
We're in the backyard, and the rain's coming down. We noticed that a lot of the dirt that is up on this hill keeps sliding down. Eventually, the lost soil coming down and that big wall that we have in the backyard could come down.
There is issues. What do we see wrong with the concrete? Anytime you're gonna have that concrete do this at the top, the frost will grab it, lift the posts out of the ground, and damage it big time. I think the only reason it hasn't moved is because it's deep enough. So this could become a big issue. We can easily fix it by chipping that away and stop that cove from coming up. And if anything, I want to see it coved at the bottom.
Right.
Right, so it can't lift it up. It is beautiful. There's things that we can do. Let me see how I can stop that washing back in.
This is actually where, on the interior of the house, where we have the cracks showing.
And you're leaking?
And we are showing water.
Yes.
Yes.
The first bell that went off was I found water in the basement at the area where the inspector had told me the foundation was repaired. And that was the first trigger point to say, well, this is huge. This is something that would have made or break the deal at the time of buying the house if I had known that this is going to be a fault today.
Cracks don't bother me. It's whether or not, you know, they're
Water
leaking.
penetrates.
Okay, so what do we see?
I see some sort of rubber system.
Somebody's
that
tried to repair it.
That's
Yeah.
right.
They just did a simple roof patch repair, and that's not going to work. So we have a foundation problem. How many times do I got to see this? Now we have a drip line. What's this drip line?
It's not connected on the inside of the house either.
That's a drip line. Maybe they ran something. I'm thinking of the old homeowner. Maybe they ran something, a water hose. But we do have a problem with the plumbing. We can even see the oxidization, the green on the copper. And that's simply because there's a break inside the wall from freezing, and there's a hole in the pipe. You know, we have better taps on the market. I'm gonna make sure we put in a new one. They won't freeze. I see you've done some things, eh?
I've done my best.
What'd you do in the kitchen?
So we started off, we basically thought we were gonna live with the kitchen, but we didn't. And we gutted it. We took out all the cabinets, put new floors in, new appliances.
So I don't have to look in this thing for plumbing?
I'm confident this sink is good.
Okay, I'll check it later.
Okay.
I'll check it later.
The basement's a great room, and we set it up initially for entertaining and having friends down there. And then winter came, and I wasn't going down there. It was freezing, so it doesn't get used.
We're cold. Why are we cold? You got a new furnace.
Yes.
We did.
So that's not the reason why this room was cold. We put a new furnace in because the one that was here was original, and we wanted the high efficiency to capture the benefits of it.
Don't you think we need someone to say, hey, there's no heat registers in here. It's gonna be cold in the winter because you got no heat running in here. It's gonna be cold. So should not have missed that.
I thought it was just a matter of opening the vents up. So I went down trying to find vents, and there's nothing down there. You're walking around, you say, well, what the heck? How come we don't have vents down here to heat the basement? This can't be right.
We didn't know what to expect with a home inspector. We don't know what he's supposed to look for. You put your trust in these people to get the job done.
If anything, it hindered us because we spent money in a different area of the home, which was not a necessity, whereas today, this is a necessary fix that has to happen.
We're gonna go through it. I'm going to find out what needs to be done. We're probably gonna make a bit of a mess, so I'm gonna say sorry now.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
I don't like this. That it's not in the report. It's wrong. We need to make it right. Man, that is just a crappy deck, isn't it?
If the inspection would have cost me triple the amount of money to be 100% certain that he is going to find issues that exist in the home, I would have paid it.
Kind of drives me insane. This home inspector has missed so many things. It doesn't take me long to walk around and see a few things like, look, these struts are terrible. They need to be replaced. There's damages, holes, it's everywhere. It's all the way around the house. I can see it everywhere. Mine are here. Truth is, it's outdated. It's got to be all replaced, and that's not in the report. That figures. I mean, how many times do I got to see this? There's a minor crack here. You know, it's not major. Remember, this is a cladding. It's not a structure. It's just a siding. It's a finish on your home. As simple as getting a caulking mortar. Then just caulk it in there. It looks really good. It looks like a mortar, and it solves the problem. Is it really an issue? The answer is no. But I'm gonna document it. The brick is great. This is what we call a drip brick, so we have a bit of a drip off the brick. But look at the raking. I really like this. This is the raking, the mortar that's in between the brick. Now, if you notice, it's almost like a trowel had gone up on this angle and come across, creating a perfect rake. As rain or snow comes onto this brick, it'll hit this and run off the brick. So it's not going to sit and be absorbed right into the brick as fast as it can absorb. Whoever did the brickwork did it very well. This is where we have a join in the sill, and I wish it was one full piece, but the mortar has already cracked and fallen out of here. And you think of the rain, man, that rain is gonna get right in there. Now, where does it go? It's gonna, yes, get in behind the brick. Does it get inside the house? The truth is, yes. #1 entrance points for water in your home is your windows, your doors, the chimney to your roof. Simple. Pay attention to these areas. A little bit of caulking here is gonna save a fortune of money in the future of possible mold growth. These rails gotta come off. This is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. You call that safe? Can you imagine your friend's family get hurt because the railing's no good? You know how easy I can break this? I'm not gonna do it right now. Let's keep it there just in case until I fix it. I have my booties on. You know what? They're so clean, man. I'm gonna make sure I keep this place clean. I don't want to leave a dirt trail because I've been here. Now, he's not here, so I thought I'd check his plumbing. Just to see whether or not he's done a good job. Well, he wants to glue everything, doesn't he? He's actually glued his compression fitting, so that means you can't take it off again. He can glue his clean out. Well, it's not gonna leak, I can tell you that much, but you never get your diamond earring out of there in case it falls in the sink. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna help him out here. I'm just gonna pull this up just a bit, give him a downhill run, tighten this up for him, you know. All right. You know, little things that he did. This is a no-no, you know, if I think he knows, and the truth is he said to me, he says, I didn't want to spend more money and buy a GFI, I bought a cheaper outlet. I go, because you tried to save money? Your hands are in the sink, you're near a plug, so, you know, if you want to save money that bad, it could kill you. Honestly, why risk it? You know, for any electrical or plumbing work, make sure you bring in a pro, get a permit, and do it right the first time. I just want to see your work there, pal. He likes glue. That's an awful lot of glue. I didn't chintz out on that. And we have all kinds of signs of the water coming in. Somebody has also done an interior purge on the inside, trying to solve it from the inside. Here's our crack that we saw outside, and that crack goes right down to the bottom, right to here. This is a minor crack, it's very thin. What I care about is if it's leaking through the crack. And it's leaking. So what does that mean? It means we gotta dig down to the footing. This is where we get into the nitty-gritty stuff. Okay, definite signs of water. We definitely have mold on it, but this has been leaking for a while. So that means the foundation right there is dripping across the floor. And where's that drain that somebody's closed off? I'll find it, and I'll fix it. Start out on the deck, we'll sit down and chat about what we're gonna do.
Nice. That's a good start.
Yeah, you'll see. Take a look at this.
Oh, I can see it from here. Oh, man.
Little sinking, eh?
Yeah.
Look at the rails here.
Oh, my God. Let me guess. No concrete on the
Do you
posts?
believe this? Nothing in the report that says you should address this. This is an issue.
Did he talk about this at all, the deck?
No.
Nothing about the deck?
No, nothing about the deck. What looks like it's missing?
What looks like it's missing? Ah, there's no heat.
They move in and they say they're freezing in the winter. No registers. Not in the report.
Interesting.
Not in the report. There's no drain in the floor. And what really drives me insane is well, let's step into the room here, I'll show you.
Is there or is it buried, Mike?
Well, I think it's buried. On the other side of the furnace is a little pump.
Yeah.
So that there's no drain, furnace guys are gonna bring
Right.
the pump and they're gonna run it through, and they actually tied it into the bar sink. Okay, here's what the furnace guys did. That's the line that I saw. The pump's right there, I don't know, 2 feet away from my flashlight. So they make the pump into, this is a standard tailpiece that's for under a sink that you can put your dishwasher into. Now, I'm not saying that this doesn't work. What I am saying, this isn't really the way you should do this. If this sink ever backs up, that water will find its way back to the condensate pump, and it will actually flood in the basement, just like the walls flooding, and these are things we're trying to stop. We're gonna get rid of the pump, run an underground condensate line directly to the floor drain. Let's protect the booze, take this, all that, put it in my truck.
Okay. I know. I got to get rid of some of this stuff. We're never going to work.
Oh, there wasn't much about that in the report.
There was actually nothing in the report
That's what I'm
about that.
talking about. We need to take our time, find the right home inspector. Hey, George, how long you been in the business? What do you specialize in? What did you do before you were a home inspector? Okay, since we have everyone together, why don't we start? Mike, Sherry, you can be downstairs with me. We'll pull out the tiles. You guys step outside, start clearing the deck, actually start taking apart, see what you can find. And
Sure.
there's enough of us here. Let's just go at her.
Guys, ready? Let's go.
Sherry, this ceiling. Unless you're on a ladder, we'll get these, okay?
Dad made me tall specifically for these kind of jobs.
Yes.
This is why we don't do pickets on the outside of the railing, boys. No, it should never be that easy. What we have is our 4x4 post sitting in a fence saddle. It is a saddle that sits onto a spike, so you can actually plant that into the ground and sit your 4x4 post on it. It's meant for small areas. It's not meant to hold up a deck. I see the problem with the deck is all right here. Too many of these on building day.
Dad, I found a hidden air return here.
Well, that's what I was looking for, right? They closed off the register. We can see it clearly. Don't you think that should be blowing air down here?
I would think so, yeah.
They were talking about how cold it was in the basement.
That's probably what.
That means we're gonna have another one. So we follow the ductwork, we see the other one that's here. So whoever put the ceiling in, and how foolish are you, right? So it keeps the floor nice and warm for upstairs, but no heat in the basement. Kind of foolish, isn't it?
Mr. Holmes?
I'm gone for 20 minutes. Why didn't they just put it on blocks? You know, just put it on a pad, put it on a block.
Well, that's the whole point about those spikes that they use. I mean, that's gonna just drive it in. No hangers on the back, it's all rotting out, the wrong nails, plus we've ripped half of this apart.
So, new deck?
Absolutely, we could do something nice here.
All right, let's take it down. Teo, Lori, thank you so much for coming. Now, I want you here more than anything is how can we dress this up? How can we create water retention? You can see that area right there. We have a lot of bleed through. So what do you think? I mean, I like the stone.
Do you want to build a pressure-treated retaining wall system and tier it to help retain it? I love the rock. The rock is beautiful, but instead of using it as a wall, use it as an accent piece in the garden.
If you're going to try and retain the soil, you want a plant that will spread its roots through the soil to help hold it in. I recommend sumac across the whole back of the hill. They have sumac back there. Mind you, there's not enough sumac. It should be planted all the way across the back of the wall.
Do they have any allergies, though? Because it is one of the highest on the allergy table for people who do have allergies. Sumac is the worst for that.
Good point. Why don't we talk to the homeowners about that? And I know you guys are the best at this. I'll leave it up to you.
Yeah, we'll sketch up a design and have it to you shortly.
Thank you. There's not enough insulation. And you should have got that right away. This caught me here. A little bit of mold we have on the board here. We've had condensation build up. You can see just little marks like this right here. Here's probably the issue. We have so much heat loss coming up through because we have insufficient insulation. The heat's coming up, mixing with the cool air, creating that condensation. Like, look at this corner here. Minor mold. Some more insulation here should help fix it, and I'll have Alex ensure we have enough venting. Good stuff.
Yvonne or Sherry, can you start peeling that back as I go? What I'm looking for is the old drain. I just want to see where they would have had it before. Just peel it back, guys. I don't want you to move it too much. It is a little moldy.
We found a drain.
You found a drain and it's there. Okay, I thought it was further down this way, but it's actually right here. So Martin has a place he can start scoping, and I want to know if that drain is functioning, if it's collapsed. It actually has a primer line in it, and it's still got water in it, which is great. This is a functioning floor drain. It makes no sense to do another one, so let's just...
It looks in a good shape, as the video camera indicated.
Good news, buddy. All right.
I'm happy.
Gare, what did you find, bud?
Minor things, buddy. Right off the bat, this return air.
Yeah?
It's in the furnace room.
Oh, yeah. Good point. Is that return there?
Yep. We're gonna relocate this return air that's in the furnace room, and we're gonna pipe it out to the main room. Drawing more air from that main room is gonna allow more air to be distributed throughout the rest of the house. I got that. A couple runs inside the basement room here.
Right, we just want to bring them down to ceiling height, because we're going to keep the same height there, Gare.
Okay. Well, they have a condensate pump on this job. The problem is with the condensate pump is they've ran the line over to the bar sink. If this bar sink ever backs up, that water's gonna feed back into the condensate pump and you're gonna have a flood in the basement. We're gonna disconnect our condensate line that's running to our bar sink, and we're gonna install a new 3/4 inch pipe and run it into our floor drain.
Gare, can I help, buddy?
That's it, buddy.
Yeah, I know, that's why I came. It looks really good, man. That's what we want, right? And so we got the condensate pump line out of the bar sink, out of the trap there, and brought it into the ground, which is exactly what we wanted to do here.
I have a challenge for you. I want you to design this. I want you to draw it out.
Yep.
Don't just do a rectangular landscaping deck. Simple, spectacular.
Okay, I like a challenge. Well, what do you think? What do you think?
That's not bad. I think the homeowners are gonna love us. There's definitely water coming into the basement. You know, it kind of looks like somebody's tried to fix it already. Something tells me that whoever tried to fix this dug down a little bit, put a little bit of black stuff on the wall and thinks that's going to fix it.
Yeah,
it's not going to fix it.
A little bit of foundation coating, and what they actually did was to protect their work was they put a board up against it, and you can see where that board is now separated from the house, so there's just a huge cavity there to let the water flow right in. Well, what they've tried to do here is they've just coated the inside of this crack with a light masonry coating that will never stop water penetration. As we go through the freeze and thaw cycle, if you try to seal this from the inside, water's still going to get through this crack from the exterior. When the water freezes, it's going to expand and it's going to pop that crack open a very little bit every season. So what they've tried here is definitely not going to work. Typically, when we come across a single crack in a poured concrete foundation, what we do is we go 3 feet either side of the crack, right down to the footing, and we seal the whole area.
Okay, that's out on this side, it's just the bottom now.
Reason we're taking out this part of the fence, a lot of it was built improperly. We had a gate that was improperly built. We had a fence that was falling apart. The posts aren't even concreted in. That's the main reason we're taking it out. The second reason being we need to get machines in here to do the amount of work that we have to do. We're now doing a landscaping deck. Can't do a lot of that without a machine. It's got to come out. Come here, guys. I want to show you what we're doing. I want to map this out so it's perfectly square. So let's start by getting a tape measure. I want someone at the wall. We're going to hold out the tape measure, and we're going to level down. That's going to be our first marker. Okay, guys? Right there. Okay? Put that right there, MJ. Right about there. Let's just string this right down here, guys, and then we'll work on the other section after that. We want to get our first straight line, okay? So, Joe, I'm having a square patio here with a half round out the front. Now, I have 2 pillars with lights on top. illuminating this whole patio. So I need some conduit run out. I just need to know if we actually have room in the panel.
We do have room in the panel.
You do? Okay.
We're gonna need a trench from there to the first light.
Yep.
And then another trench over to
And you're gonna branch off of that one, right?
Yeah,
okay.
from there, and I need a minimum of 18 inches.
Right, okay.
Below grade.
If you want to spray paint that, I'll get the guys with shovels digging down.
Clay's pretty heavy. Jeez. I don't really like digging it out.
We'll break another one and take our shovels.
This is called an expansion joint. In the winter, you get the frost up and down movement. And what this does is, with that frost, it gives you that play up and down. As the frost lifts, it's not gonna rip the pipe, and it's not gonna put pressure on the wire. This here will take that up and down movement, and it'll just save everything in the long run.
Now that Joey's finished burying the electrical, we can actually start on this deck. Now, Teo is laying down a geotextile fabric that will act as a barrier between the ground and the crusher run. The geotextile will allow the water to drain, but prevent the migration of the crusher into the ground, which is providing the base to this patio. It'll also keep weeds from going through the cracks. Steven, so this is our issue. This is the first thing Mike and I both noticed was the rust on the trough, and I know that's got to be replaced right away, including some downspouts, but was there any other issues on the house?
The rest of it looks fairly good. It's not that old of a house.
Yeah.
It looks like it's been, fairly well maintained. Really, all we have to do is replace the eaves troughs with some new aluminum.
That's good news. It's just trough and downspout at this point. Okay, put it down. You're good, right about there. Okay, so what I want right now is I want to pin this. I want to draw 1/2-inch holes, and we're going to pound rebar straight through both of these.
Well, right now we're getting into the corners, and to tie the corners all in, we bring them back farther into the ground, drive them back, and we're going to rebar those in place, which is going to also help the wall from pushing forward against with the weight of the soil.
Sherry, this is a 2-man. Okay, we've already measured. This is our first hole right here. So Sherry, you got to hold on tight. Okay? If that catches, you got to be strong. Yep. All you're doing is holding it, Sherry. There you go. Nice, look at that. Done that a few times?
We're using one person laying stone. The reason for that is it's a random pattern, but each person has their own random pattern. So if 2 people start on this, the patterns are gonna look off. You have one person laying the pattern, it stays consistent throughout the whole field. It looks much, much better.
You can see it's turned into a little bit of a bomb shelter out there. Just don't, like, step out here right now.
Yeah, of course. Holy cow, that freaked me out.
You really like ABS glue, don't you? You had to see Martin when he opened up the cover. He goes, oh my, he was actually red, and he's laughing. I said, I know he likes ABS glue.
This is overwhelming.
Well, actually, I like that you try yourself, Simon, but next time, get a pro, do it right. Alex.
Hey, Mike.
What do you see?
Well, I see a bunch of insulation up there.
Not enough.
Not enough, and probably not enough ventilation. A little bit of mold. You're always going to have a little bit of heat escaping through the insulation. With that heat goes the moisture, right? A little bit of moisture in the attic. Ventilation should pick that up and get rid of it. It's not happening, so, you know, we're going to fix it. So what we're going to have doing is we're going to rake the insulation back, get the vents in, stuff it, and then blow the cellulose over top of the fiberglass. Although I'm not a big fiberglass fan, it's still a good product. You don't want to put it to the landfill.
Well, that
It's a
makes
waste.
sense to me. All right, I'm fine with that. Thanks, man.
Garbage. You see the actual break on it?
You know, this thing's been abused in so many places.
Oh, there's the hole. So depending on when that leak happened, this could have been leaking like for 10 years against that foundation.
Yeah. But you can see that the material has been abused almost. Like it's been pushed really hard through the wall, and you know all those bends and deformations and copper obviously didn't help.
Yeah.
Right? So
they hammered it in.
This is not how you actually install a hose bed.
Typically, we put either 3-inch, 4-inch, or 6-inch drainage tile behind a retaining wall. Then we put
gravel.
And we're trucking all that gravel in, as well as putting textile over it again. So now we have it in one system. It's 100% recycled material. When buried, it will withstand light traffic,
right?
So you can drive over it. And you put this in, no gravel, no geotextile, no nothing.
Well, it just takes some of the labor out of the labor-intensive job.
And this will last a long, long time.
So roughly done about 4 skids. So I'm looking at close to 1,000 plus stones I've moved. Probably about 10,000 pounds plus stones I've moved. Back's a little sore, legs are a little sore. Nothing like a good workout.
Guys, help me lift this rock. I gotta get it out of the way. I gotta till this area here. Let's just try. If we can't do it, we can't do it. Oh yeah! There we go. That's it. You got it? Whew. One more. They will not beat us. 1, 2, 3, guys, go!
I gotta get 2 big, strong lads and they just have to toss them in, and how they land is how they stay.
They're called one-man stones for a reason.
Tip for the one-man stones.
Better not drop this. There we go. Almost lost it.
These are Japanese dappled willows, and they'll fill in really nice and create a nice big bush right here and look as if it's one huge bush eventually.
Well, what we're using here are, these are weatherproof moret. It's filled with a silicone. You can see here that it has come out. It'll prevent moisture from getting in contact with the wires in here and stopping it from corroding.
Joey, what do you think of the lights, man?
They're awesome. They're great.
Not bad, eh?
Yeah, lights here, the light that you picked on the wall, everything matches. I just got the bulb, the cap on, and we're done.
Now that we're almost done the exterior, we have to get started on the finishing touches in the basement.
So today, we're painting the walls above some wood wainscoting, and there's trim pieces all around. So what we did is taped it off, and I'm using a quick cut roller, which is actually making my job a lot easier. It's going right against the wood trim. I probably didn't even need to tape it, but as you can see, that leaves me a nice even amount of paint, so I can just take my big roller now and fill in the areas. So it's going really quickly. Damon picked the color.
I heard what you said, buddy. What's wrong with the color?
Oh my God.
Looks a little different, eh?
It's beautiful.
It's huge. You've got great taste.
Yeah.
This is insane.
We don't really know what's gonna happen, but we have some idea that
We have an idea
Mike's
that there will be something back there.
And I'm glad someone's gonna be doing the greenery, because I definitely do not have a green thumb
Both of us.
take care of the back.
No.
Hey, guys.
Hi.
Hey, Nancy.
Hi.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see
Simon.
you.
Hey, Mike.
I heard you were
Nancy.
playing golf
Damon.
today.
I got
Hi.
lucky. I did play golf
You
today.
got
Did
to
you?
play
Yeah.
golf
He
while we were all
golfed and I worked.
sweating.
It wasn't a great game, though. So
And
don't
you
worry.
worked.
Of course I work.
Let's talk about your house, since it is your house and we're done and we're giving it back.
Absolutely.
If you notice, you have all brand new east troughs and downspouts, which I like a lot.
Yeah.
Steve put in a smart screen, and I really like it because you will have a lot of trees around. You don't have to clean it anymore. It controls the rain and helps avoid ice damming. So I love that.
I just like the part I don't have to clean it.
And no cleaning.
That's another win, right? Now you're getting more time for golf.
Yeah.
More time in the man cave.
After you.
Oh,
All right.
thank
after
you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Then I'll take you out back. You might not like it, I don't know. So let's take a look at the laundry room. The
Yes.
little things. We fixed the plumbing under the sink. We actually removed that receptacle and put it on this wall over here, so you still have one.
Thanks, Mike.
That was just too close. The bros put in a beautiful brand new lint trap, and I love those things. If you notice, there's no screws in the pipe, nothing to actually grab the lint to create a lint blockage, and you have a lint trap, so that really helps. As we turn around, you're gonna see new floor.
Yep.
Supplied by the homeowners, that was you guys. So you did go out and purchase laminate flooring, right?
We did, but it definitely saves me a lot of time that it's already on the floor now.
Well, you can golf more.
That's true.
I'm gonna ride you all night about this, Frank, because I'm jealous. I haven't golfed since last year. If you walk over this way, you're gonna find the magical drain that none of us could find. Since we found it, we're gonna show it. We don't want to cover it up with the floor. Sure. We tapped in a line from the furnace and brought it right into here.
So no more water pump now.
No more water pump.
Fantastic.
Right. Now, all of a sudden, we look up.
Vents.
Hey, new ceiling.
Look at that.
Oh,
well,
and
you know what?
vents.
We actually kept all your grid and we give you all new tiles, but there was vents up there. All we did was extend them down. So some yo-yo back a long time ago did the work here, put up the ceiling and thought, no, it'll still heat the place.
Unreal.
The guys in the attic made sure we had proper ventilation and added 24 more inches of insulation up there. R50, above code. We like to be above code. Just dressed it up with a little bit of paint. I guess you can see the paint.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Looks much cleaner
Yeah,
now.
and Craig teased me about the paint color. Don't kill me about the paint color. I was just looking to spice it up a little
Well,
bit.
let's ask.
No,
Do you
it's
like
great.
the paint color?
Yeah, absolutely.
There you go.
Brightens it up.
Craig, what does he know, right?
Yeah, well, it's not quite yellow. It's almost got a tan in it.
It's like a banana.
And banana
It's nice.
goes with the drinks. No,
I didn't take you for that kind of a alcohol drinker.
Well, if I'm in the Caribbean, come on. Now, let's move to the back where the inspector missed all kinds of things.
All right.
You ready?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, come on up.
No more
Just
steps.
gorgeous.
And we should get a patio and chair
You
out here.
notice you look down, it just grades right to the center, runs all the water from the back directly out. Now, you remember the hole that was here.
Yeah, huge.
Yes,
I do.
Massive
Yeah,
hole.
I remember. It was rather deep, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's all fixed. It's completely sealed from the outside, which is the side I want to fix it by, not the inside. And something I noticed, somebody caulked all the sills.
I took your advice.
Okay, let me show you something. Come on over here. So this is your caulking,
Yes.
and this is our caulking.
Oh, you did the whole thing.
Yes.
Now, which one looks better?
Yours.
Okay, did we teach you something new?
Yes.
Sorry, Si.
Use clear caulking. Thanks, buddy.
Well, it stands out. The good thing is you did something about it and you stopped the water from coming in. 2 thumbs up on that one. So turn around and I'll open the gate.
Okay.
You ready?
Oh, it's horrible.
Oh, wow.
It's not actually nice at all.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Looks a little different, eh?
It's beautiful.
It's huge.
Look
It
how
is,
big the
isn't it? Come on
backyard
out
looks
here.
now, eh?
Well, can I tell you something? The deck size is actually the same size as your other one.
Really?
It's not bigger at all.
Like night and day.
Yeah.
This is in our backyard.
So doesn't this work? You kind of like that?
Look at how beautiful those
You have a
lights are,
switch.
guys.
You have a switch on the wall on the inside to turn those lights on and off.
I have outdoor lighting.
Are they? What are they? I gotta steal
It
this
doesn't
thing.
matter. I don't know what they are, but they're nice.
Beautiful.
Honest to God. Everything is just perfect. We have a level deck now, a patio where
Patio.
everything stays put and nobody rolls off the deck and
And no one can fall off.
absolutely.
And it's safe.
Yeah. And
It looks fantastic.
with lights.
They broke their backs. Mike Jr. doing this patio, Sherry, Adam, everyone else doing the back there. I mean, they work really hard.
Teo and Lori. So you got Lori. Look at this. Look at the tiers. Isn't that great?
That's fantastic.
Just a little bit of lumber.
No more soil erosion.
No.
That's the key. That fence is gonna stay up now.
Just gorgeous.
What kind of maintenance am I looking at here for the planting? Like
Water's a good one. I'll tell you that much.
One I figured. That one I
We're gonna
figured.
Start there.
We're going to start with water. Because we have a lot of mulch on top, we actually really reduce the weeds. And keep watering this grass.
Yes.
This is going to take a lot of water. This is where you're going to spend your time. Until this grass takes, you've got to water it every day, okay? Slow down on the golf. Water your
I'll
grass.
just golf
stop it
back here.
completely. Right here.
Yeah, I'll set up a little mini putt.
Cutting green.
Sure, sure.
How much money do you think we spent doing all this, fixing the inside? How much? The leak?
Well, I have a rough idea, but I'd say like 60 to 70,000.
You're right on target.
Money.
That's a lot more than what we would have been able to do.
This is your first home, isn't it?
And it is.
So as a newlywed, it's my present to you.
This is
It's
insane.
fantastic, man. Thank you guys.
I want to
Much
hug you
appreciated.
guys. I
This
don't
is how
want
we get paid, you know that, eh?
100%
Very
blown
surprised.
away.
Everything. The backyard is just incredible.
The amount of stone that got put down, the fence, the lights, the
New
trees,
grass.
the retaining wall, the basement. I got a new floor.
Did you say the fence?
The fence.
You said the lights?
Yes.
Gorgeous.
Blown away.
Yeah. Holy cow. Like,
Yeah, it's
seriously.
beautiful, man.
Oh, my God.
We need a medic! Quick, get him over here! I have a feeling that will end up on the bloopers.
They also
Wow, green eyes. Are they yours?
Yes, thank you.
Damn. No wonder you like the guy. Cheers.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
To the guys.
To the
Good
whole
job.
crew.
Cheers, boys. Ladies, awesome job, crew.